Hello and welcome to Culture here on I-24 News. I'm Oded Grober. Thank you for joining me. Today on our show, we talk to Yuval Abramovitz, author of a new successful self-help book. A new luxury hotel opened in the war-torn Gaza Strip. And we'll hear about Pixar's rivals and ponder who will sing Bond's latest title tune. Yuval Abramovitz is an author and journalist. His book, The List, Shout Out Your Dreams, funded by a crowdfunding campaign, became a bestseller both in Hebrew and English, spawned a series of popular lectures by Abramovitz. Very happy to have him here in the studio. Thanks for coming in, Yuval.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully. I'm very curious to hear about The List. What's the general idea? What's the gist of this method?
Well, as you said, shout out your dreams. You know, usually people doesn't speak about their dreams loudly. You know, few years ago, I went with my daughter, Shira. She's 7 years old. She was 5 years old, and we was traveling in Tel Aviv, and suddenly she was mumbling something to herself. And I asked her, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "Yes. You know, Dad, I saw a shooting star, so I asked for a wish." And I told her, "Okay, what is your wish?" And what was the answer? "I can't tell you why. It won't happen."
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is what our parents told us. If you tell your dreams, it won't happen. And this is a mistake. And I discovered through Facebook and blogs and Twitter that if you shout out your dreams, people hear it, people read it, and people can help you. And, you know, 4 years ago, I opened a blog and I wrote a list of things that I want to achieve in 400 days. And after 24 hours, I got emails from all around the globe, from Iraq, Iran, Norway, Australia, Israel, Palestine, every place on earth. I got emails and people asked to help me. And that moment I realized that, you know, you need to shout out your dreams.
It's a very interesting idea that if we dare put our dreams out there, then, you know, things will happen. How did this, you know, come to you? How did it start for you?
Actually, you know, I'm a guy of lists all of my life. You know, I'm obsessed to list. And actually, when I was 16 years old, I had an accident. I worked in a restaurant. I fell down and I cracked open my head, and I lost my feeling in my legs after 3 days.
Wow.
And while I was at home for 2 years, I was so bored. So, you know, I took a notebook and a pen and started writing to myself what I'll do next year and after, until I'll be 40. I have 2 years, and I hope to live after 40.
But you have till 40 to finish that list. How are you doing so far?
Great. You know, I achieved so many things in my life. You said in the beginning that I'm an author and journalist, and I'm also an actor, and I have a few business. I'm doing a lot of things, and then, you know, I start using the tool of lists. And as I said, I became obsessed. And in the last few years, you know, I started using the power of social media and start shouting out my dreams, and it's amazing.
Break it down for me a little bit.
Yeah.
What happens to you psychologically
Yeah.
when you write things down in a list form? Why does that work for you?
First, you know, we live in a crazy decade. We don't have today we don't have time to think, because we have, you know, all the time with iPhone, you know, checking emails, Twitter, whatever. We don't have time to think. So what I suggest people, for the beginning, close your computer, close your iPhone, sit at home, take a pen and a notebook and write list. Find time to yourself. Think, what do you want to do? And then, you know, it's like a mirror. You can see, you can ask yourself questions. Do I really want to do it? Why I didn't do it? And, you know, start looking for the answer. Yeah. And it's worked, not only for me, you know, I got
everywhere. Now, you do tour the world.
Yeah.
You speak in front of many different people.
Yeah.
Is it true that everyone, what kind of adjustments do you have to do when you approach different people from different cultures?
Yeah, actually, you know, I was really curious when I started traveling. I've been in the States, in Europe, and I said, I don't know if they understand me. I mean, not only my poor English, but if they understand the method. And, you know, I discovered that we're the same. Everyone have dreams, no matter where do you live, how much money do you have, if you're a woman or a man, everyone have dreams. Everyone want to achieve something. What is your dreams, by the way?
Well, I'm living the dream. Come on, I can't dare hope for anything other than sitting.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure that you have more dreams. You know, this is the issue that.
But you know, everybody has dreams, of course, but not everybody can really get everything that they want, you know?
It depends. I mean, you know, few years ago, I think 2 years, someone from Kenya won in the Oscar. I mean, you can win the Oscar. I mean, of course that you need to be in the world to do it. I mean, you can't sit here in the studio and say, okay, I want the Oscar. You need to be an actor. But I really believe that everyone can do almost anything. And if you write, this is one of the secrets that you can find in the book. If you write the list in the right way, I mean, not to have a big house, what to do to have a big house. And then you need to write a list. What is the steps that you need to do?
I see. What's the most amazing story that you have from someone who used the method and achieved something wonderful?
So many things. You know, people get married. People divorced. People
just as important sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's happy. You know, you can be happy. If people open business shops, move outside Israel to live their dreams in other country. Someone lost something like 40 kilos. A lot of things, really. I get almost every day around 100 emails from all around the globe. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's very interesting. It seems to be very helpful. I'll definitely look into it. What's next for you?
Next, actually, I'm going to publish around November another book called The Idea. Because I believe that everyone have an idea, and you know, someone want to open a coffee shop, a restaurant, an application, you know, for iPhone, but people doesn't know how to do it, and it's very easy. Actually, you know, I'm telling you, as a businessman, I have a few shops here in Tel Aviv, and I know how to do it. You don't need a lot of money, and in the next book, I will try to help people to understand how they can...
How to execute.
Exactly, yeah.
Very important. I'll definitely look into that as well.
Yeah.
Yuval, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much. Look at the book in Amazon in English.
Will do.
Thank you.
Now, a year after Operation Protective Edge, the first house destroyed in Gaza has been rebuilt, and Qatar has pledged financial support of $1 billion to rebuild many others. But some developers have different aims than just rebuilding. For example, the brand new Blue Beach luxury resort. Sandy Fortis has more.
Pools, deck chairs, umbrellas, and a private beach. Welcome to the Blue Beach Resort, Gaza's new luxury hotel. A few kilometers away from rubble and poverty, the Blue Beach Resort has just opened its doors.
This is a very good project for Gaza, because Gaza Palestinians also have the right to have beautiful places like this and entertainment.
Built by a Palestinian real estate investment company, the resort has 162 rooms and facilities such as a bakery, a restaurant, a spa, and a gym, and a few swimming pools. A luxury resort that welcomes customers willing to pay between $100 and $160 a night.
The hotel is perfect for Gaza. There aren't many other places where you can stay one or more nights. Mostly for entertainment, we can only stay for a few hours.
Far from being a luxury accessible to all Gazans, as the reconstruction of houses destroyed during Operation Protective Edge, the hotel itself does not seem to be as affected, except for its opening, which was postponed only a few months. The Facebook page for the Blue Beach Resort has more than 19,000 likes, and the hotel already appears on TripAdvisor, the largest travel site in the world. According to the British news agency Reuters, the site will, however, attach a red banner above the hotel's listing, warning tourists of security risks, a banner that can't be found yet while surfing the online page of Blue Beach Resort. A great hotel right in Gaza, a new symbol of the high contrast present in the enclave. A point of luxury in an area rife with poverty, unemployment, and destruction.
In a moment, a very special edition of our weekly Offscreen segment. But first, here's our cultural recommendation for today.
If your kid is a fan of Anna, Elsa, or Flash McQueen, the Disney Summer Festival is for you or for them. Activities, contests, games, and workshops on the movies Cars and Frozen are welcoming kids of all ages until the end of the summer. An interactive musical show with Anna and Elsa is even broadcasted every 2 hours in the main hall of the complex. An opportunity for our little ones to cool off by plunging into the icy world of one of the favorite princesses of our generation. And also, a mini circuit for drivers will be available. The Disney Summer Festival is on display at the Municipal Sports Hall of Tel Aviv until August 31st.
And now it is with a heavy heart that I welcome Shachar Peled for her last segment, Offscreen.
So touching, Oded, so touching. It is time to say goodbye, and for my final off-screen, I've actually gathered a few of my favorite things, which is a phrase from a musical, which is one of my favorite things, but we'll leave that for another time, sometime. And here we go. I'd like to start with a fangirl moment.
A song.
Yes, about Tom Hanks, also known as the nicest guy in town. Now, I don't know if you know, but if you know this, many don't, but there's a trove of Hollywood treasures at the Motion Picture Academy Library, and recently they found a letter written by an 18-year-old fan, Tom Hanks, back in 1974, and he writes to the Sting director, George Roy Hill, asking him to be discovered. He writes, "I can't even grow a mustache, I'm no Greek god, but I figure if people will pay to see certain films, they will pay to see me." And certainly he was right. I love that. He was cheeky and hilarious from the very start.
And also very sweet.
And very sweet. He's a very, very sweet man, and these days we can see him reuniting with Steven Spielberg, of course, in A Bridge of Spies. Actually, the Coen brothers have written the screenplay, so it's a very, very big, exciting collaboration here. Yeah. A story about a prisoner negotiator in the Cold War, and, you know, Saving Private Ryan and Catch Me If You Can, these classics. This comes 11 years after their last reunion, The Terminal. I sure hope this one will be better.
Do a little better, yeah.
We're moving on to my second favorite theme, Pixar,
yeah.
of course. With all the excitement surrounding Inside Out, we forgot to mention that it's been 20 years since the very start, the original Toy Story, 1995, the very beginning of 3D animation as we know it. And there's actually a very interesting analysis in Business Insider checking out the uniquely powerful reason why Pixar movies are so good. The bottom line is that they managed to appeal to the core truth about things that are alive, which is funny because they focus on cars and rats and robots and clownfish, but it's so very true. And I think that these days we're starting to see the big rivals of Pixar. If someone thought in the past it was DreamWorks with Shrek, I think it's Illumination Entertainment, the partner of Universal Studios, and of course the production company of the Minions and Despicable Me. This week we've heard that they are collaborating with South Korea animation studio Mofak Alfred, and they seem to be growing bigger and bigger. Yeah. If I compare the newly released trailers of The Secret Life of Pets and A Good Dinosaur, the first of Illumination, the second of Pixar, I do find The Secret Life of Pets a bit more creative and intriguing, I have to say, but time will tell.
Time will tell. And Dinosaur had a very problematic
background there. And I'm summing up with Bond, James Bond, one of my favorites. The 24th installment is ahead of us, Spectre, and although the trailer was released and it's very exciting, I have to say that I was slightly disappointed by seeing again Christoph Waltz with the stint of the villain. I feel like after Tarantino we've seen that enough, but the trailer gives no hint about who's behind the score and the theme. It's an honor, great responsibility to be behind the James Bond song, and after we've seen Adele win both the Academy and the Golden Globe for the first time for Bond, we're still waiting to see who's behind that.
I'm Sam Mendes to see what the title sequence would look like, because that's always important in Bond films.
Sam Mendes already said that it's been recorded, but we'll just still have to wait to see. Bookies said it's British Sam Smith, but
we'll see.
They also say the replacement for Daniel Craig is Damian Lewis from Homeland. So.
Well, you'll phone that in when we know what happens. Shachar, thank you so much. That is it. Now, this is your last segment. As we said, you're leaving us for New York. Can't blame you there. And I can't thank you enough for coming on the show and doing your thing.
It was an honor and a pleasure.
And we've prepared a little something for you.
Really?
Let's take a look. And now, Shachar Peled, the unstoppable Shachar Peled is here.
Hi, Oded. Hi, Oded. Hi, Oded. Hi, Oded. Hello, Oded. We, of course, are speaking about Venice Film Festival, Haifa Film Festival, Sundance Film Festival, Cannes Film Festival, the Oscars, of course, Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, Bong Joon-ho, the Coen brothers, Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, David O. Russell, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Well done.
Yes, $90.2 million, $70 million, $2.3 billion, less than $11 million.
Thank you, Shachar.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shachar.
Thank you, Oded.
Thank you, Shachar.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much.
So once again, thank
Probably
you,
very
Shachar.
much blushing. Thank you.
It was a pleasure doing this with you, and I hope we'll get a chance sometime in the future.
From New York.
Yeah,
Offscreen.
why not? Thank you at home for watching us as well. We'll be here tomorrow, of course. Please join us again.